Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? Good afternoon, everybody. Or good evening, wherever you are. I don't know, wherever you are. Wherever you are in this world. Okay? It's 7 o'clock here, where I am. And we're going to talk football today. This is not an NFL season preview. Well, it kind of is a little bit, but I'm not gonna give you my predictions till later this week on who I think is gonna win the divisions, the conference, the playoffs, and eventually the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna do that till later this month. Probably near the end of this month. We're halfway this month, but we're gonna talk some questions going into this 2023 season concerning some teams. Okay? Concerning some teams. And this is so basically this is like a preview to a preview, okay? And so if you're new here, subscribe, please. Share, like, and subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button. And this is share this out. If you like football and sports, this is football, sports, any kind of sport, and wrestling. This is a channel for you. Latest SmackDown Sports and Wrestling channel, or latest SmackDown Wrestling and Sports channel. This is a channel for you where I talk about wrestling and sports. And so let's get on to this, guys. Let's get into this preview to the preview of the 2023 NFL season. The preview to the preview. That's what I call it. Okay, you see my title here. Will the Chiefs repeat? And I spelled that wrong. I'm an idiot. Excuse me, I'm going to edit that. I'm going to edit that. Repat. There we go. I just noticed a mistake now. So later on we're going to do the same thing for the NHL and NBA. We're not far off from the NHL and NBA season. Well, 2 months before the season starts, but like a month and a half till those preseason. So but let's get to NFL. This is an NFL discussion, a football discussion. Okay? A football. The object of the game is to score a touchdown. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm being a little bit of an idiot. Okay. Let's do it. As you see, like I said, my title, will the Chiefs repeat? As you know, they won the Super Bowl for the 2022 season by beating the Philadelphia Eagles. The second Super Bowl in the last, 3 or 4 years, I believe. I believe the second Super Bowl in the last 4 or 5 years. They defeated San Francisco, lost to Tampa Bay. Did not make it. Did not make it last 2021 season when they lost. That was Los Angeles Rams. Okay, so they won here. It's 2023. Will they repeat? That's the question. Will they freaking repeat? And if you want to talk football, you can come in. Please, if you want to. That's all up to you. Okay. And also my other question is, my title, will Aaron Rodgers lead New York Jets to success in his last 2 years remaining on his contract? And what I mean by that, playoffs and Super Bowl, okay? Playoffs and Super Bowl. That's the goal here. The guy's 38, 39 years old, getting close to 40. 2 years left on his contract. It was boom or bust in New York for his next 2 years. They're putting all their eggs in baskets in this one guy. And we're going to come across asking, we're talking about some other teams, some holdouts taking place. There's still some holdouts in the NFL. A big hold on Kansas City right now with the defensive tackle Chris Jones. We're going to talk about the running backs. The running backs, some very well-known running backs still have not signed with a new team or re-signed with their current team, and someone is in one won a trade, Jonathan Taylor. We'll talk about rookie QBs. Talk about which conference is better. Who do we see? Which teams we could see making a push, and a team that's potentially coming back down to earth. We'll talk about that. And so, with that, guys, let's get on it. Let's talk about Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. They're still the favorite. I still pick them as the favorite to win the repeat of Super Bowl, okay? I know it's very hard to repeat, but they still have the best quarterback in the freaking league, Patrick Mahomes. They still have Patrick Mahomes, okay? Patrick Mahomes, they still have him, okay? They still got Travis Kelce, best tight end in the league. Okay? Yeah. They lost JJ Smoother, okay? They lost him to another team. Yes, that's true. But this is Patrick Mahomes, man. With that receiving core last year, he made them. With that, it's not a great receiving core. It's just a good receiving core besides Kelce last year. And that was enough for them to win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is on a whole nother level. He's the best quarterback in the league. Okay? Right? There's a lot of good quarterbacks, especially in his conference. They still got Andy Reid running the offense. Patrick Mahomes is there still, always. As long as Patrick Mahomes is there and still elite, the Chiefs always have a chance to be repeating or at least a playoff-bound team. Now, AFC is a tougher conference. It's a much better conference than the NFC. But I don't think the Chiefs are going to be hurt by but the stiff competition in the AFC. I still think they're the best team in the AFC. And there's a lot of good teams in the AFC. There's a lot of really good teams in the AFC. Okay. So I wouldn't be worried about Kansas City. Defensively, I might be a little worried, Kansas City fans. Okay, because their star defensive player, the defensive tackle Chris Jones, is holding out because he wants to get paid more than he is scheduled to get. He's scheduled to get $20 million, which is very good for a defensive tackle, but apparently that would make him 6th or 7th among defensive tackles. And I was watching Inside Access today, or Weekly Review, when they were mentioning about talk on the NFL Network, talking about why Chris Jones is holding out, and they brought up his stats from the last 2 years and what he has done in the field as a defensive tackle for Kansas City. Sacks, number 1 in sacks last year. Fumble, total losses, total tackles for loss, number 1. Okay. Number 1 fumbles, stuff like that, causing fumbles, and a bunch of other stuff, okay? And he's apparently, since 2018, he's second to Aaron Donald. And everybody, Aaron Donald, last year was an injury plague season, but Aaron Donald was considered the best defensive player at one point, right, in the league. But he was second to Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald is making more than Chris Jones. But Chris Jones is obviously, to me, is the second best defensive tackle in the league based on the stats I saw. So I think $20 million is good, guaranteed. But I think based on saying, if he gets that, it'll make him 6th or 7th highest paid defensive tackle. But based on the stats, he should be second. He should be paid second behind Aaron Donald, or even first. Set the market, right? Or even first. I know he's 28, 29 years old. You want to be careful signing defensive players to a long-term contract, because it has burned some teams in the past signing football players when they're 28, 29, because the problem of a football player, it's much shorter than any other sport out there, especially the running back position, because of how physical and how physical and injuries play a part in the NFL, right? In football, especially defensive tackle position, you're in the grind, you're in the mix of things most of the time. So I understand why they long-term contract. Better go be careful with long-term contract and paying a lot of money for, especially a defensive tackle. Okay, but I still think if they get a short-term deal, a 3 to 5 year deal, pay him the second highest defensive tackle in the league or the first defensive tackle in the league, good. I think that's fine. And you got to remember, you got to remember, in football, there's no such thing as a guaranteed contract. There's guaranteed money, and there's huge bonuses in football. Huge bonuses. There's no such thing as a guaranteed contract, a full guaranteed contract in football. And I think they need to get him signed. I don't think it will hurt their season all that much. Defensively, it would. I still think there'll be a playoff team with them, or without them. I don't know about a Super Bowl team because there's a lot of good teams in that conference. A lot of good teams. The AFC is stacked once again. Like last year was stacked, right? This year is even more stacked with the addition of Aaron Rodgers in the AFC. Okay. And hello, Anthony. Now that division Kansas City's in has those Los Angeles Chargers, and a lot of people are praising Herbert. He's a good quarterback, but he has for this year. This is going to really tell how good Herbert is if he can take him over the hunt. Okay, over the hump, which doesn't hurt because the Los Angeles Chargers, when they get into the playoffs, they never advance to the first round. And they completely choked against Jacksonville in the first round last year, the playoffs. And they completely choked. They had their chance to advance to the second round, but they blew a big lead to Jacksonville. Now, this year was a telling story that see how far they can go. Because this is really going to tell how we're Justin Herbert, how good is he really? How good is he? Just a good regular season quarterback, or right, and not a playoff quarterback? Whatever. Okay. And you got Denver now with a new coach, Sean Payton. Is he able to fix Russell Wilson? Because Russell Wilson, Denver was a mess last year. Remember, Denver was a mess last year. And now with Sean Payton, Sean Payton had Drew Brees for a while in New Orleans. A lot of good years. Got a Super Bowl, a lot of good years. Is he able to fix Russell Wilson? Or is Russell Wilson at the point of his career where he's on a downward trend? Or was he a system quarterback? Or did he work well in systems? Specifically, Pete Carroll's system. Will he work with will he be able to get Russell Wilson back on track? And he got the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think much of them, really. They got Jimmy Garoppolo there. Will he be healthy? Not really. He's not really more a healthy guy. Oh yeah, because he chokes. He chokes in the playoffs. He's been known to choke in the playoffs. Okay. Now, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, this is the same situation of the Brett Favre stuff. If you remember back in 2009, 2010, not around that era, or 2008, 2009, 2010, Brett Favre retired, right? Retired. Then he came back. He's unretired. But Green Bay made the decision to, we're going to go with Aaron Rodgers, right? Go with Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers was drafted in 2005, 2006. He's been on the bench for 2 or 3 seasons, and they made the decision to go to Aaron Rodgers. So they're like, you know what? We're going to go Aaron Rodgers. We're going to find a trade partner for you. And so they traded him to the Jets. Now, he got to the playoffs with the Jets for 1 year. I think, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure how far they went. They might have got to the second or third round. But I think he only played 1 year with the Jets, Brett Favre. And Brett Favre is scum, personally, right now. The guy is scum, if you know what's going on with him. And the scandals going on with him in the state of Mississippi. The guy is scum. But now, about 13 to 15 years later, we're in the same situation. Yeah, that's true. The same situation. I'll be right back. I gotta turn on the light. Okay, now we're in the same situation with Jordan Love as the quarterback they drafted in 2020, and Aaron Rodgers, wanting out. Like, he got tired, okay, the Jets. So they traded to the Jets after draft. Green Bay is going Jordan Love, and the Jets are going with Aaron Rodgers for 2 more years. 2 more years. Okay. 2 more years left on his contract at 38, 39 years old. Getting close to 40. No young chicken. No spring chicken. And I hope DeGrassi's doing well if he's listening. Now, the Jets had a really good draft. I think they had a really good draft last year, okay? I don't know about this year, last year's draft, a really good draft. The drafter looks at their future running back in Brees Hall. It looks like they got a shutdown corner in Sauce Gardner and a number 1 receiver potentially in Garrett Wilson. But you got to remember, this is a sophomore season, and they're in it to win it. The Jets, they're in it to win, and their goal is not just the playoffs, man. Their goal is to win it, the Super Bowl, okay? You don't trade for a 38, 39 years old quarterback, MVP, has a Super Bowl ring, and Super Bowl and 3-time MVP in 3 years, just to go make the playoffs. The end game is to win a Super Bowl in these next 2 years, okay? This is not them just trying to make the playoffs. This is them trying to make the Super Bowl and win it. But you're gonna rely on a sophomore. Okay, thank you, guys. You're gonna rely on 3 sophomore players, very talented players, but they're still relatively young sophomore players. Okay, you did bring in some veteran receivers like Adam Lazard and Randall Cobb from Green Bay, who is familiar with. Okay, but Randall Cobb is older. Lazard is a solid receiver. This is pressure, man. I know Green Bay is a huge football talent. Green Bay is a massive football talent, but this is freaking New York, man. This is freaking New York. New York, man. He's not in Green Bay, Wisconsin anymore. He's not in Milwaukee, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Aaron Rodgers is in New York, man. And they're either going to like him or they're going to hate him. And if he doesn't deliver, the fans are going to boo him in New York. They're going to boo the shit out of him. The papers are going to rip him. Okay? And it could go the other way. He could get him to playoffs, get him a Super Bowl. It could go either way. This is New York, man. New York is a different animal than Green Bay, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, whatever. It's a different animal, okay? It's a different animal. Okay? Rodgers, you're always in the spotlight all the time, even in Green Bay. When you're in Green Bay, you're always in the spotlight. Whether you're on the Pat McAfee show every Tuesday or just, doing it because football, no matter where you're in football, you're always in the spotlight. But in some certain cities, it's bigger. And New York is that city. George and Anthony can attest to that because they're both from the New York area and they know what the New York media market is like when it comes to sports. They either love you or hate you. And if you don't deliver, guess what? You're going to hear it. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I saw your DM, man. Can't wait. Yeah, they have to be better. Yes, they do. So if Aaron Rodgers is willing to commit, but it sounds like it is, to to this, to this, because he wasn't willing to commit with Green Bay at the end of Green Bay. Okay, it's just so they have 2 years, 2 years left of his contract. They signed with Green Bay. Okay, 2 years. This is not playoffs. This is Super Bowl or bust in these 2 years. You can make the playoff. You can make the playoffs this year, but next year is Super Bowl. Next season is Super Bowl, unless they sign him to a 1 or 2 more year deal, whatever. Unless he plays to 45 years old, like Tom Brady. But if he doesn't, if he makes the playoffs this year, but gets eliminated, and then next year is a Super Bowl. Next year is no other choice, no other decision, no other goal. It's a Super Bowl. And anything less be considered a failure. Failed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly, man. Stephen A. Smith, Mad Dog. Let's see how he handles New York. And he's all of a sudden he's become such a public figure in New York. I'm like, duh, you're in New York. You're always gonna be more of a public figure than being Green Bay. But whatever. He doesn't even spend his offseason in Green Bay. He spends his offseason in California, I think. Whatever. This is big for you, Rodgers. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. This is not just them trying to get back to the playoffs, man. This is them trying to win it. The whole thing. Basically the whole thing. You don't what was I gonna say? No, what's that word? When your team is building up like the Jets were last year and the year before, you don't speed up your process, right? You don't speed up your process if your goal is just to make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, right? If your goal is to make just to make the playoffs, you would trade for another good quarterback that's younger, has at least more years left in his possible career. But since you traded for Rodgers, our goal is not just to make the playoffs; it's to win it. Yes, you're right. You're right. And his time in Green Bay, he had a lot of good receivers, really a lot of good receivers. He made some good receivers, man. You go down the list. Devontae Adams just left. Remember, Devontae Adams is in Oakland. He regrets that decision probably. Jordy Nelson was good. Yeah, because they made the playoffs. And I'm not a believer in their quarterback. I'm not a believer in their quarterback, George, the Giants. I mean, like, yeah. So we'll see, man. New York is a different animal. We'll see. Will he be cheered? If will he be cheered and seen as the savior for the Jets, get him a Super Bowl? Will he be like Joe Naismith? You know, the last time the Jets won a Super Bowl was when Joe Naismith, who, by the way, I know he's considered a legend, but if you look at his stats, his career stats, he wasn't really a good quarterback. But whatever. Okay. With Broadway Aaron Rodgers, Broadway Joe, Broadway Aaron. Hey, that should be my name, Broadway Aaron. It's a new day for me, Broadway Aaron. And the AFC is tough, man. And they're in a division. They're in a division that is not weak. You got Buffalo still there. Josh Allen's quarterback. Now he kind of have a down year. He's kind of like, Josh Allen has been known to be a little wild at times, right? But he's still pretty good. They got Buffalo there still, talented there. Miami, I think Miami is very underrated. If Tua could stay healthy, I think Miami is a good team, a playoff team. Okay, they got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, dual threat. Who else they got? They got Jalen Ramsey, one of the top defensive corners from the Rams, but he's hurt right now. He missed some time, but he's hurt. One of the top corners. And I think if Tua's healthy, I think Miami has a chance too. But he does have a chance. And I'll take their receiving core over the Jets because they got two number ones, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and they're fast. They're fast as hell, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They're quick. They're like, okay? Now, they got to take care of the quarterback better and make sure, if you get hurt, don't rush them, okay? Seriously, Tua may be out, like the way Tua's lucky to be playing still in the league, man. That was scary. And I don't count the Patriots. I'm not a believer in Max Jones. I know you got Bill Belichick there, but I think it's obvious. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Tom Brady make Bill Belichick look like a good coach. Okay. But yeah, so it's like this. If you think it's gonna be an easy division for the Jets, it's a tough division. It's a tough conference overall. Like I said, AFC is a very, very tough conference. You got the AFC North. Okay? There's 3 teams that can easily win this division. And one team I don't think is going to win this division, but will give other teams hard. You see the new team, Skip's Kevin, Richard Sherman and Rachel Nichols, whatever. Man, that's going to be hilarious. But the AFC North, you got, well, we'll see how bad the injury with Joe Burrows is. I don't think Joe Burrows is going to miss significant time. I wouldn't be surprised if he misses the week 1. I think that'd be fine. But they got Joe Burrows in Cincinnati. And I think Joe Burrows, I know Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, but I think Joe Burrows has the potential, has the moxie, has the confidence one day to be the best quarterback in the league. Okay? I really like Joe Burrows. I like the receiving core with Chase and Higgins. Their defense has gotten better. Their offensive line's gotten better. The one thing Joe Burrows needed was protection, because he's always getting sacked and scrabbling because he had no protection, despite putting up great numbers. Oh, Lil Wayne, yeah. I really do like I like Joe Burrows a lot. Baltimore looks good. I mean, they got Lamar Jackson back. If he can stay healthy, he's a very dangerous threat. Got a good receiving core. They got a good defense. Baltimore looks good. Okay, Cleveland has the talent. It's just Deshaun Watson, right? Deshaun Watson has to get back to the quarterback play he once was in Houston. He has a lot more weapons. He has a better team overall than the Houston team did when he was available to play out for a year and a half because of the shit was going on with Deshaun Watson, the allegations and all that with 26 women, all that stuff. Cleveland is a scary team if they could put all their stuff together, okay? Now, Pittsburgh, I don't know. I don't know Kenny Pickett. I don't know much about Kenny Pickett. Okay? Now, the weakest division in the AFC is the South. Okay? The South. I really do think Jacksonville is obviously the favorite. Trevor Lawrence, I think will be a top 5 quarterback one day. I think he's already top 15. I think he'll get into the top 10 this season. I do think Trevor Lawrence is what, like I said, Joe Burrows might end up being the best quarterback. I think Trevor Lawrence has the potential, has the tools to be that too, to be the top quarterback in the league one day. Jacksonville to me is going to win the division again. Like I don't think there's the only threat I see in Jacksonville is potentially Tennessee, the Titans. You got maybe the best running back in the league. Yeah, that's true. The best running back in the league is Derrick Henry, but they got still got Ryan Tannehill, and we'll see how Tannehill does. They got solid defense. Now, Henry has to be healthy. But they got 2 quarterbacks. One's a sophomore, one's a rookie. Will Levis is a rookie, and Malik Willis is a sophomore. It's strange. It's really, really strange for a team to have a sophomore and a sophomore QB and a rookie QB on the roster. It's really, really strange. It makes me believe that they soured on the sophomore QB from last season. So that's why they drafted a rookie QB in the second round. That's what I believe. because Malik Willis was drafted in the late first round or second round last year, and Will Levis was drafted in the second round. So it's kind of suspicious, right? I'm kind of suspicious there why they would draft Will Levis if they drafted Malik Willis so high in that last year's draft. Maybe they soured on Malik Willis. It's kind of strange, if you ask me. So yeah, the AFC is really tough. I think there's only a few teams I could say that's going to be playoff bound. I think Kansas City. I do think Kansas City is definitely playoff bound. I do think Jacksonville is playoff bound. In the North, I got Cincinnati and Baltimore. I'll go my previous predictions some other time about Cincinnati and Baltimore. And the AFC East, I got the Bills. I still think I got the Jets. But it's really, really tough. AFC North is all round. The AFC in general is really, really tough. I'll put it this way. There's only 3 teams I'm 100% confident will make the playoffs in the AFC. That's Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Jacksonville. That's it right now. Right now. That's a guarantee. And now the NFC, we got question marks in the NFC, man. Is the Dallas Cowboys for real, man? Are they real for every year? Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith likes to make fun of their fans all the time. I love Stephen A. Smith when he makes fun of Cowboy fans. It's hilarious. The Cowboys. Oh my God. Are they going to finally do something? Oh, they got the best defense in the league. Oh, they got this. Yeah. Show me something. You haven't passed the first round, what? Since you won a Super Bowl in 95? Cowboys. Okay. But they're not even the best team in their own division. You still got Philadelphia there. Philadelphia was the best team in that conference. Remember, they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And I still think they're the best team in that conference, especially the best team in that division. Okay? So, Jaguars were very close. So I think Dallas is a playoff team. It's just that they're hyped every single year. They're the most overhyped team in North America sports, honestly. Even more hyped than the Yankees and the Lakers. Really, they are. They're the most valuable franchise in North America too, though. Okay. And I still think they could fall behind Philadelphia and choke in the playoffs. Okay? Really. And then you got Giants, were the Giants a fluke last year? Oh my God. Yeah. No, George knows this. Steve A. Smith likes making fun of their fans. I mean the Giants, yeah, Daniel Jones had a good year, but I'm not a believer in Daniel Jones. They got Barkley back. That should help. They really need help with the offense. The receiving core is not good. I think they're kind of a fluke, honestly. The Giants. And the Washington, I don't know how good Washington's going to be. I don't even know who the quarterback is. Who the hell is Washington's quarterback? And then you got these other divisions, which is really, really bad. You got to look at the NFC South. NFC South is bad. That division has the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers, and who else? Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons. Who else is NFC South? You see that? Buccaneers. That's a bad division. And it's a really bad division, NFC South. I don't know who the favorite there is. I don't know who's the favorite to win that division. Okay? I really don't. Panthers have a rookie QB in Bryce Young, right? I mean, look at the AFC South, man. The reason I say that might be the easiest division in AFC is because Indianapolis And Texas might end up using their starting QBs as rookies. Anthony Richardson for Indianapolis and CJ Stroud for Texans. Where in NFC South, you got Atlanta possibly using sophomore in this quarterback Desmond Ritter. I don't even know the quarterback. Oh, Derek Carr is the quarterback for the Saints after being let go by Las Vegas. The Panthers might be used Bryce Young as their quarterback. Desmond Ritter, sophomore for Atlanta, and Baker Mayfield might try to make a last hurrah to be known as try to make a name for himself as a starting QB with the Buccaneers. Ever since Tom Brady retired, the Buccaneers need a new quarterback, and they got Baker Mayfield, right? And so maybe this might be his last chance to prove himself as a quarterback. And it's not really strong, if you ask me. Okay, really, yeah. And then you got, we're gonna go to NFC West next. After we got NFC North, Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit. And I really like Detroit's team. I really like their. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a defensive player. I'll tell you soon. Okay. On the defensive side, offense, I don't know. So the NFC North, we got Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay. I really like Detroit's team, offensively young and offensive explosion. But I know Detroit's had just having bad luck in foot. I mean, I think. Let me see the Detroit. I know you love Detroit, guys. Okay. Detroit hasn't won. The Lions have not won a playoff game since 1991. Since 1991. Okay? You do the math. The last time they won a playoff game was 1991 playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. Okay? That's how bad Detroit's been. And Detroit they always have bad luck, and and DeGrassi could tell you that, man. The Detroit Lions have been known to have bad luck, right? Bad luck. I mean, they forced they arguably might have the best running back. DeGrassi loves Detroit, so he probably knows Detroit sports history, and they could tell you might be the best running back in history. Barry Sanders. This guy retired at 30 at the top of his game. Barry Sanders retired at the top of his game at 30 years old. The guy could have still played. Okay? He played some lousy Detroit teams. The guy retired at the top of his game. Okay? And the same thing with Calvin Johnson. Might have been the best receiver. He retired at the top of his game in Detroit. This time around, Detroit has talent. A lot of young talent, I think they have a solid QB. And that division, I don't think it's as strong as it once was. I think Aaron Rodgers going to New York hurt that division in terms of strength. And what I mean by that, I think, Minnesota has Kirk Cousins, who's an okay QB, but Kirk Cousins is a quarterback that doesn't rise up to the occasion in big games. Okay, he's not a big game quarterback. When there's a big game going on the line, when there's a huge game on the line, when there's a playoff game, or like there's a regular Monday night or Thursday night or Sunday night game, he doesn't show up big time. He's not a bad quarterback. He's just not elite, good or elite. Okay, but they do have arguably the best receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson might be the best receiver in the league, but it's all I can name. They let Dalvin Cook go, and he's not signed. How is Dalvin Cook not signed yet? Oh, by the way, the Tennessee Titans did get DeAndre Hopkins. That's a good move for that offense. To push a little pressure off Henry, because I think they trade Agent Brown to Philadelphia. I think that puts more pressure on Henry, not getting a number one target. Push the pressure off Derrick Henry, having to run the ball a lot, especially in this day and age where in the NFL is mostly a passing league now because of the rules have changed over the years, where it's more rule protecting the quarterbacks and more protecting the receivers. But yeah, so Justin Jefferson might be the best receiver. Dalvin Cook is gone, so I don't know who the running back is. I think that's going to hurt the team. I really do. Green Bay is going to go with Jordan Love. We'll see how that is. Will he be like Aaron Rodgers? Because when Aaron Rodgers started not as a rookie, but he pretty much, you could say he was a rookie. He wasn't technically, he was not a rookie, but when he played, it was like he felt like a rookie. He right away, Aaron Rodgers was great, good right off the bat. Will Jordan Love follow that same footsteps in Green Bay? I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a lot. Aaron Rodgers followed Brett Favre, man. That's huge stakes. That's huge. That's follow, because Brett Favre, while he's scum now in Mississippi, Brett Favre is beloved in Green Bay. So is Aaron Rodgers. Okay, Jordan Love has to follow that. Okay, it's like I'm gonna give you old New York Yankee history before DeGrassi is even born. Yeah, I'm sorry, DeGrassi. This is way before DeGrassi was even born. Joe DiMaggio was a center fielder, right? Right? When he retired, Mickey Mantle became the next center fielder for the Yankees. That's a huge shoes to follow. Oh, yeah, I think he could be better than Tom Brady. I think he's better quarterback than Tom Brady, skill wise and everything. So we'll see how Justin Fields does. Will he progress? Will Jordan Love take Justin Fields a quarterback for Chicago? Will he take the next step in his development? We'll see. They got better weapons for him. They got better weapons. They put a better team around him to help him develop, to help him grow. Right? Because sometimes quarterbacks need weapons. Sometimes quarterbacks need weapons that make them look good. Some quarterbacks can make a receiver look good, but some receivers can make quarterbacks look really good. Okay? And so we'll see how Justin Fields does. Chicago fans, tell me. Okay. I know DeGrassi, if you're still listening, I know you're not you don't have really a sports fan, but who do you like in football? Like, I know you're very fond of certain cities like Detroit and Chicago. Yeah. I know Anthony and George are New Yorkers. I know RJ. RJ is a Titans fan. I think he's a Titans fan. Brian is a 49ers fan. I know Enos is a Lions fan. But yeah, like freaking hilarious though. So then we get like in NFC West. NFC West. Okay, Now this is the 49ers division, right? Everybody's picking the 49ers as one of the top 5, 6 teams in the league. The 49ers have a great defense. They have a good offensive weapons in Christian McCaffrey, Dante Samuel, George Kittle's good tight end, great dual threat running back, and a good receiver. And a great defense. No doubt about it. Great defense, amazing defense. They have one weakness I think every team needs to win a big game, and especially Super Bowl, the quarterback. Look, Brock Purdy did solid for what he did, but he wasn't but that's a little while. Can he do it for a full year? Is Trey Lance still the guy they're betting their cards again with? Betting the cards with. Trey Lance is still that guy. Remember, they made him a starter last year and he got hurt in his second game, right? And then Garoppolo came in. Garoppolo got hurt, and Brock Purdy came in. And you remember in the NFC conference game against Philadelphia, they had no quarterback. All the quarterbacks getting hurt. They had no quarterback. Well, he did have a quarterback, but he couldn't throw. So all he did was hand off the ball to the running back to one because he couldn't throw. The quarterback who was in was hurt and couldn't throw. His arm was hurt. He couldn't throw, but he had no choice. So they lost 3 or 4 quarterbacks by the time the NFC Championship came. And yeah, if you're gonna lose 3 to 4 quarterbacks by the time you're in the NFC Championship, by that time you're not gonna win, obviously. And that's something to be careful with, right? Garoppolo was always known to be injury prone, but even if they're healthy, it's Trey Lance and Brock Purdy still the guys. And yes, there has been times in the past where you'll need a good. Yeah, I wouldn't pass. I think it's a great chance to repeat. I do. I wouldn't pass it by them that they do repeat. But sometimes there has been a past in football where you'll need a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl. But most of the time, most Super Bowl teams that win have a great quarterback. There has been instances like Trent Dilfer back in 2000, 2001 with the Ravens. But that Ravens defense, you couldn't score anything against that defense, man. That Ravens defense was, damn. Okay. Oh my God, that defense. Wade Lewis at the helm, man. Wade Lewis is a monster. Okay. And Joe Flacco 10 years ago with Baltimore. Yeah, 10 years ago. About 10 years ago. You got Nick Foles. Nick Foles is either backup or starter. Won Super Bowl against the Patriots. It happens. Where teams in the Super Bowl do win with not a great quarterback. But most of the time, most Super Bowl winners have at least a good to great quarterback. Yeah. That defense, oh yeah, man. I know Wade Lewis, I'll tell you this. I know Wade Lewis, that stuff with the murder and that stuff he's been involved with back then. The stuff is going on, that stuff would happen with Wade Lewis. But I was a big fan of Wade Lewis. I was a huge fan of Wade Lewis. Okay. That defense, they face the Giants in that Super Bowl, right? And Giants couldn't do anything against that defense. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff. Now, I know Degrassi doesn't like me when I talk about the 49ers. Some personal stuff there. You also got the Rams in the division. Rams could bounce back, I guess. Aaron Donald and Stratford are healthy. They could bounce back. Arizona, it all depends on Kyle Murray, really. I like their defensive. I like the rookie they drafted for defense, Willie Anderson. I think he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Oh my God, Willie, I gotta watch this, man. Where's it on? Watch service. I gotta watch that. And yeah, so here you got Arizona, right? Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray put together a full season because Kyle Murray tendency has to start off very well in the first half of the season, but phase in the second half. And as you remember, they put a clause in his new contract last year to focus more on the playbook, watching tape, watching video, because they felt like he was distracted. And you know what his distraction was? They felt like he was distracted by playing too much video games. Yeah, they just need to. Yeah, they do. It's just I'm question marks about the quarterback. Yeah, Kyle Murray, like his distraction was video games, and they put a clause in his new contract last year that he agreed to that spend less time on videos. He can play video games, but spend less time on but study game tape, practice tape, whatever it takes to get better. Because they felt he was distracted. Okay? And let me tell you, a lot of athletes play video games. It's the old school way they didn't have video games, but now a lot of athletes play video games. They bring their consoles on the road, man. They bring it. They bring the consoles to the hotel rooms. They'll bring the Switch to the hotel. They'll bring the PS5, PS4, the Xbox. They'll bring it to the hotel rooms, man. They do. Okay? And what else? You got Seattle, Geno Smith, man. Geno Smith, where's this guy? This guy was in the league for 10 years, and he was never this good. Last year had a great year, Geno Smith. 10-year veteran. He was never this good. Originally, ironically, he was with the New York Jet draft pick. I remember the Jets drafted him back 10 years ago. But like now he's in Seattle. He had a really, really good year with Seattle. Really, really good year. This guy's been 10 years in the league, and yeah. And this guy, Geno Smith, was like, out of nowhere, had a good year. He's been in the league for 10 years, and he wasn't this good. He had like a breakout year. You know how rare that is for a player in sports, especially a quarterback, to break out in their 10th or 11th season? That's extremely rare. It could be a fluke, man. He has to do it again, right? He has to prove himself again, right? In the second year, right? Second season. Okay. So like I'm not done yet, right? That's it. So okay. I do think the draft pick, what's his name? Is his name Willie Anderson? I don't know. What's the draft pick? Yeah, Willie Anderson. I think that's his name. No. Arizona. What's that guy's draft? What is Arizona draft? Will Anderson Jr. I think Will Anderson Jr. is gonna be a monster for Arizona. And receiver. Whoever can go my offensive rookie of the year. I'm gonna go with Bijan Robinson of Atlanta. I think based on what the analysts, the scouts, whatever, they think Bijan Robinson might be a steal at 8 for Atlanta. So I'm gonna go Bijan Robinson at 8. I don't think CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, or Anthony Richardson, any of those quarterbacks are gonna be offensive rookie of the year because I don't think CJ Stroud has the weapons in Houston. Okay, and I don't know much about Bryce Young, what weapons he has in. It could be lucky. You're right. Some players do have lucky years. Some players in sports do have 1 year wonders. It is possible. Could be a fluke. And yeah, it's like I said, I don't know the weapons that Bryce Young has in Carolina. Um, Now this running back stuff, man. This running back stuff. Running backs are not happy these days. Well, at least the ones not getting contracts that they want, right? Now, Saquon Barkley, right, took the franchise tag to go back to New York for 1 year, but at a very low price of 10 or 11 million, right? But there's other running backs who are still not signed with the team or are still free agents. Like Dalvin Cook, for example, is a free agent. Ezekiel Elliott is a free agent out there still, right? Right? And running backs are valuable in some way, but not as valuable as they once were, but they're still valuable in some aspects, okay, of the game. Okay? You give the ball to a running back, you go down, the time continues running, right? You know, when you throw a ball, when the quarterback throws a ball and the receiver drops it, the time stops. But if you catch it or you give it to a running back and the receiver or the running back has tackled, the time continues running. And you know when you're having a lead and you're getting to the end of the game, you want the time to run down as quick as possible if you're winning, right? That's where a running back could come invaluable. But now, most of the time, it's not. They're not, right? They're not as valuable as they once were. You've done in the days of the like of Tiki Barber, I don't know, the Damian Thompson. The Damian Thompson was a beast in San Diego. That was a monster. Curtis Martin, Marshall Falk, Sean Alexander. Got in those days. Like Derrick Henry is like the closest to a throwback. Yeah, the only team that was. Yeah, for Fox. Yeah, he's gonna make. Yeah, the only team that I heard that I potentially whispered for him to get his services that he might have been signed with as a free agent is Las Vegas. That's what people speculated that if he was gonna come back, it would have been with Las Vegas Raiders, and that's it. Maybe San Francisco, but the San Francisco's talk was before he signed with Tampa Bay a couple of years ago. I remember it was like when he signed with Tampa Bay, it was 3 teams: Las Vegas, Tampa Bay, and San Francisco were the suitors apparently, and he went to Tampa Bay because I think he went to Tampa Bay because I think he has a home in Tampa or Florida in general, so it's closer to home for him. Okay. But these running backs, man. Now Jonathan Taylor of Indianapolis wants out, and they have no because he wants to be paid more, and the Colts have no interest in trading him. Oh no, man! Man, this guy had so many. Yeah, man. 7-3 in 7-3 in Super Bowls. Not bad, right? Not bad. I have a question. Jordan's 6-0 in championships, right? Now, for a basketball standpoint, 6-0 championships. Which is hard. Okay, really, really hard. If Brady went 10-0 in Super Bowls, is he the GOAT over Michael Jordan? Is he the GOAT over Michael Jordan if he went 10-0 in Super Bowls instead of 7-3? You gotta remember, football's harder than basketball because you only have one game, right? You only have one game. You don't have a 7-game series. Yes? Will Tom Brady be known as the best North American athlete if he went 10-0 in Super Bowls? Now, Bill also has 9 rings. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, George, he loves Tom Brady and Jordan. Oh, my God. That is a hard one. You make George. That might make his head explode. That literally might make his head explode. Look. You know, here's a good something that you should all remember. Tom Brady was drafted like in the 5th or 6th round of his draft year, and he was backup to Drew Bledsoe. It's Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback ever drafted. It's Tom Brady. Let me rephrase that. Is Tom Brady the greatest draft pick ever in sports history. Don't say Michael Jordan because he was drafted third overall, but Tom Brady, the greatest draft pick in sports history. Look where he was drafted. Okay, he was drafted the 5th or 6th round in the NFL draft, late round. Is he the greatest draft pick in North American history? Yeah, that's true, Anthony. Why? Now, there's been a lot of good quarterbacks that have been drafted late. Dan Marino was drafted late. Jim Kelly was drafted late. Stuff like that. Yeah, they would. I would love to see this. Shannon, yeah, Stephen A. Wunsch. I would love to see this. I'd love to see this. We could get some more NFL guys, dude. My problem is they only talk about NFL. They don't even talk about baseball that's going on right now, man. Talk NFL. Oh, by the way, the Sixers said they're not looking to trade Harden anymore. Did you hear that? You're not looking to trade James Harden. Oh yeah. Mad Dog will compare these players to Mad Dog always compares current players to players like 50 years ago. You think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would let that? You think? He's gonna wear a fat suit. You think Bill Russell would allow that? You think Joe Montana would? Yeah, Joe Montana, man. Good one. That's a good one. Joe Montana was late draft pick too. Give me a break. That's bad. That's bad. That's terrible. I should do Mad Dog impressions. Yo, he's not even look. He's from the Bay, but he's so New York, right, guys? He's New York guys, right? He's so New York, isn't he? Isn't he so New York? You can. Yes, that's true, right? Isn't Mad Dog so New York? He's not even from New York. He's from the West. I think he's from the West. Where is he born? No, he was born in New York. He was born in Syracuse. Sile Set, New York. So he is New York. Okay, Sile Set, guys. Where's Sile Set, New York? Where's Sile Set, New York? If you ask me, is that Long Island? Apparently, it's Long Island, right? It's close to Long Island, or where is it? Oh, Mark Francisca. Yo, yeah, they used to do a show, right? That's a disgrace. Oh my God! If Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up in New York, you know what you're gonna do? You're not gonna. Yes, that's Mad Dog. He compares today's athletes to athletes in the past. Are you telling me that LeBron James is not better is better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Give me a break. You're telling me Kareem Abdul-Jabbar cannot play in this modern day NBA? Are you talking about Are you talking? Oh, do you remember? Here's a funny thing. Mike and Mad Dog, yeah. Here's a funny thing. You know the quarterback to get Dan Orlovsky, right? Dan Orlovsky. DeGrassi, you're gonna laugh at this. Okay. He had a top 5 quarterback, right? Right? Of all time list. All time list. Okay? I'm gonna find a list for you. It's gonna be funny. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. His top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Here, let me put it up. Degrassi. I'm gonna get hit, but I don't care. It's if you like sports, bad announcing, stuff. This is a channel for you guys. Okay, let me bring this up. This is his top. Dan Orlovsky's top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And Degrassi, if you're drinking something, this will make you spit. Look at the list.
Come on, man. you either doing this to
Look
troll
at the list
people
of his top
and
5
get your
quarterbacks of all
Twitter
time.
game up and your Instagram game and your TikTok.
Where's
How
Montana?
the hell you lose
Where's
Joe
Montana?
Montana off this list? What's
Where's
wrong with
Montana?
you? Before that was a Brady, that was a Montana.
Okay.
If Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in the history of the game, who was the greatest quarterback before him?
John Elway or Peyton Manning, Marino.
Come on, man. you either doing this to troll people and get your Twitter game up and your Instagram game and your TikTok.
Where's
How
Montana?
the hell you lose
Where's
Joe
Montana?
Montana off this list? What's
Where's
wrong
Montana?
with you? Before that was a Brady, that was a Montana.
Okay.
If Tom Brady is the
I know,
greatest
Mad Dog. Yeah, he
quarterback
does. Yeah,
in the
he
history
does.
of the game, who was the greatest
I listen to Mad
quarterback
Dog.
before
I like
him?
him. I know he has some really outrageous
John Elway or Peyton Manning,
boomer takes,
Marino?
but he's cool.
Come on, man. you either doing this to troll people and get your Twitter game up and your Instagram game and your TikTok.
Where's
How
Montana?
the hell you lose
Where's
Joe
Guys, how can you know how Montana in your top 5? I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, that's true, man. And I'll tell you this. I know John Elway has won Super Bowls, but I think I would pick Jim Kelly over John Elway. Honestly. I think I would pick Jim Kelly over John Elway. Okay. And Marino is a top unfortunately Marino didn't have a lot of good years, and he's definitely a top 10 quarterback. Yeah. Yes, that's what happened. I got snapped. Francesco. Oh yeah. That's a bad take. That's bad. Oh, come on. That's Stephen A. Smith. I gotta tell you, that's my boy. I love him to death. But he's absolutely wrong. He's absolutely wrong. And Mad Dog always takes shots at Stephen A. Smith. That's blasphemous. Come on, that's blasphemous. I digress. Dude. You know what's good at impressions? Frank Caliendo. Look up Frank Caliendo. Oh yeah. Oh, get off the weed. You like Mad Dog, huh? I gotta show you something Mad Dog Russo like. I want to see. I'm gonna find something Mad Dog Russo. Come on. Oh, here we go. 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 Mad Dog Russo for you. Oh, Max Kellerman? Oh, yeah. This will make you laugh. Mad Dog Russo. Oh my god, I want to end it. No! I know Scott Farrell too. Will I get hit for the Mad Dog stuff? Jim Short? Okay, I'll look for Jim Short. I'll look him. Oh! I know Jim Short. Yeah, I've seen this guy. I'm sorry, like, I know Bronson Royal. Yeah, I know Bronson Royal. Yeah, I know he plays the guitar. I don't know, man. It's a disgrace. You know what? I want to do a stream one day just talking like Mad Dog Russo. Rodman? Oh god. Well, that's weird. One day I'm gonna do a stream just talking like Mad Dog Russo for the whole stream. Okay, guys? Be on the lookout for that. The Mad Dog Russo AWO stream. And George, when I'm coming to your streams, I'm gonna talk to Mad Dog Russo. Okay? I'm doing everything from now on. I'm talking like Mad Dog Russo. No more normal voice. No more normal voice. No more tone. It's gonna be Mad Dog Russo. Okay? And I'm gonna use the avatar Mad Dog Russo. Yep, you're gonna get Mad Dog Russo on your streams, guy. He thinks. Yeah, from a guy like 50 years ago. He probably thinks Babe Ruth is the greatest player of all time when Babe Ruth probably hit like 80 miles an hour balls. Do you know how bad the era when Bob Cousy play? Do you know? No, I'm not gonna disrespect Bob Cousy and Bill Russell. They did have success, but basketball, the talent in basketball in the 50s and 60s was bad. Was really, really bad. Was really bad. Okay, was not good. Not good. So they dominated that era. They were outliers, but it was not good at talent. It's not until the 70s and 80s, specifically the 80s. Specifically the 80s is when basketball, the talent of basketball got really, really good. And it was Good. And if it wasn't for Magic and Larry, I'll say this: if it wasn't for Magic and Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, the NBA may not be here right now. Okay, NBA was struggling big time before the MJ and Larry rivalry took storm when Larry went to Boston and Magic went to LA. If that never happened, the NBA I don't think would have continued. I think it went out of business and folded. That rivalry, those two, and that rivalry between those two, Indiana from the days of Indiana, Michigan until Boston and LA, that saved, and that saved the NBA. It also moved the NBA into more of I would say national spotlight in the US. Okay, and then once Jordan got involved, it became bigger. When Larry and Magic had Larry retired in '92. Magic had to retire and stuff like that because it's HIV, right? HIV positive, all that, and he can't come back. Then he retired again. But Jordan took it to the next level. Okay, Jordan kept it afloat. Okay, if it wasn't for those two in the '80s, there would not be an NBA. Okay, because you got to remember, hockey. I know hockey is the fourth major sport in the U.S. now. But hockey was bigger than the NBA in the U.S. at one point. The NHL was bigger than the NBA at one point in the U.S. And I was around during those eras, but I read the history and stuff. DeGrassi was around then. He probably knows more than me about that. And look at the NBA now. Oh my God, who is this?
All the teams are better than the 1990 team. Screw the 96 Bulls.
Oh, what's a disgrace?
They won 68 games, the 76ers, Stephen A. How could you have them in the top 5? I mean, yeah, the Bulls won 72 games, but they didn't have Chamberlain and all these other guys.
I love Mad Dog. He always has these boomer takes, right? He always compares today's era to like years of 30, 40, 50 years ago. Like the game is different then.
I'll give you a modern team. The 2017 Warriors that won 67 games and only lost one game in the playoffs against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He didn't say 72. He didn't say the 72 win team.
Yeah, but Bo, like outside of Michael and Scotty, who else did they have scoring? Kukoc, really?
Well, yeah, the thing is, back in those eras, you didn't have a lot of scorers back then. You have one or two scorers, like in that era, and like if you really check out basketball from the 80s and 90s, teams usually have one or two scorers. Now, a bunch of players score double digits. It's really rare back then to have a bunch of players in double digits because the game is more offensive now, right? How it's changed, become more of an offensive game, the 3-point shot, all of that. But yeah, it's
yeah, I might as well get my top 10 favorite movies. I'm gonna throw all my movies are before 1980, so I hope you don't mind. Number 10 is The Godfather. Yes, that's right. The Godfather's number 10 because there's 9 more movies that came out before it. The cinema.
You think you watched a Marvel movie?
Oh, Marvel. Not. You know what? That's below the top 300.
Superman. Oh, the only comic book movie I watched was Superman 1978.
You know what? There's a couple that's in my top 50. I'll give you Batman 89 and Superman 1978.
The Dark Knight was not good as Batman 89.
I'll give you The Dark Knight is Nolan's best, but since that's before 1990, I can't put it on the list.
I'm laughing so hard. I'm sorry.
Listen, the greatest movie of all time. It's from 1960. It's Psycho. It's the best movie ever made. And after that, it's 12 Angry Men.
He's one of the 12 Angry Men.
And you know what? We should make a remake and have Stephen A. star in it.
Oh my
It
god.
wouldn't be as good as the 1957 film.
I love it how guy. I love it how he like Stephen A. Smith is like not it's like a decade younger than him, right? Almost a decade younger than him, and he doesn't have like these boomer takes, you know. He's more up to date. Like he's willing not to compare eras, but this like it's it's funny though. Mad
Yo,
Dog
no
is so hilarious.
disrespect to Stephen A. He probably would make The Dark Knight the greatest comic book movie ever. He probably, and then you got Shannon Sharp who would probably say Avengers: Infinity War is the dope movie.
Skip Bayless will probably say let's say which Marvel movie is the worst? I don't know. Which one would we say? He'd probably say Skip Bayless. He would say, "Oh, Thor: Dark World was the greatest Marvel movie of all time." It's like, come on, Skip.
Yo, that movie makes Batman Forever a masterpiece. Is he insane?
I love. Yeah, I know Mike Francesca. I know him. Yeah, I know these Mad Dog and from Francesca were the talk of New York.
Yo, thank goodness that loser Max Kellerman left. I mean, you kidding me? Iguodala over Curry?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like that's like saying LeBron. That's like saying Kyrie over LeBron. Now, I'll admit I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but at least he won championships. What has Kyrie won without LeBron? He thinks that a year at Duke, he's all of a sudden the smartest guy in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, JJ Redick. Yeah.
Oh man, JJ, he got some he got like that millennial beliefs of the NBA. Are you kidding me? I know he ain't millennial, but good lord.
JJ Redick. Oh my! Look, I love that avatar. Steve Nash was like, "Huh? A Mad Dog?"
No, the stress that he put Steve Nash through, like, good lord. I mean, LeBron didn't even do that to David Blatt, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah. I would not have Kyrie Irving anywhere close to my team. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you have not Joe Montana on your top 5 quarterbacks?
Yo, I want to debate that idiot Skip Bayless one of these days. I'll show him what real basketball takes are all about. I'll tell him why the 86 Celtics are better than the 96 Bulls.
86 Celtics better than 96 Bulls? Oh
yeah,
God.
they're my top 5 team.
Oh my God. He probably thinks I know that's hilarious. What's other boomer takes? Yeah, he's like, it's so weird. He always compares to players like I always like how when he talks baseball, I always like to compare players to Babe Ruth. I like Babe Ruth played 100 years ago, man. The game was much different then. The guy's still faster now. Come on. But you know, there's people, I like the older people have these boomer takes about athletes in the past compared to athletes now. I'm like, dude, the athletes now, even athletes in the past, say that athletes now are better than them.
Yo,
Wayne Gretzky.
Pete Maravich will be a dominating scoring threat nowadays, for crying out loud. He's in my top 5 scorers. Yo, Will had someone like Pete, man, he would have won more championships.
Bill Russell would have had 20 championships in this era.
Yo, Jerry West would win more if he was playing in this era. Are you kidding me? He's the logo. The logo.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me he's better than Kareem? This is Kareem.
Yo, Dr. J's the best small forward of all time.
But Dr. J, all Dr. J could do is dunk.
Oh wait, you know what? Larry Bird? Larry Bird's actually the best because he changed the game with the 3-point shot. I don't care if LeBron's got one more championship than him. Larry Bird stayed loyal to his team. He shot the ball better than Bron. Yo, and I don't even want to get started on the hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut considered an athlete? Are you kidding me?
Well, I laughed so hard at that.
I'm disgusted by that.
I laughed so hard at that when he ranted on the hot dog eating contest.
And those fireworks, they're waking me up all the time.
And my dogs.
You
Yeah,
know, I feel bad for that YouTuber, the George, that lives in New York City, and the fireworks are going off on Staten Island like it's insane. You know, he's got to go to work so early, and then all these fireworks are going off.
That's actually pretty funny. That's blasphemous. But I digress. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Moses Malone? I don't know who the greatest center of all time, man.
Yo, it's Wilt. I mean, he averaged 50 one season, averaged 40 another.
Oh, that's true.
Yo, Wilt would dominate on Shaq and Kareem.
And he averaged 1,000 girls a day.
Yo, no offense to Embiid. Embiid would want to retire after one dunk from Wilt. By the way, James Harden is a disgrace to the Philadelphia 76ers. Why don't you want to play for a great franchise like
Will
that?
Chamberlain averaged like video game numbers. What the hell is this? Like I'm telling you stats right now.
I told you, he's the real GOAT. Not Matt, not Kareem, not Michael, not LeBron, not Kobe. Wilt.
Oh my god, the talent must be so bad back in the 50s and early 60s for averaging 50 points a season in 1 year. And he averaged
the only reason Bill Russell won is because he was surrounded by 9 of the All-Stars.
You remember DJ Redick? Remember Kendrick Perkins accused Jokic of stat padding? Maybe Will Chamberlain definitely stat pad. I don't know.
What does Perkins know about anything? I mean, for goodness sakes, the guy was a starter for the Oklahoma City Thunder and averaged 20 minutes. He didn't average any points.
Oh yeah, I know. He got it back. Yeah, I know. He got it for cheaper than he sold it for. Yeah. Definitely stat pad.
Yo, you want to hear my all-time my all-time first NBA team? It's got Jerry West and Oscar Robertson. Then I got Larry Bird, Moses Malone, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Like, where the hell is Magic Johnson on it? Where the hell is Michael Jordan? How can you not have?
Wow, you know, they can be on my second team. They'll be on my second team, Magic and Michael. Then I'm gonna have Dr. J as my small forward there. Then Kareem will be my center. Power forward, I'm gonna go with Wes Unseld on that one. I'll give Tim Duncan third, but Elvin Hayes is also going to be in the backcourt with him. I'm going to put in Elgin Baylor there. Sorry, LeBron.
You'll probably be my 15.
And I got to think about my guards for really. Let's see. I'm really thinking really hard. You know what? One of my guards is going to be Pete Maravich.
Bob Cousy.
You know
He
what?
remembers Bob.
Hell, I'll give you Bob Cousy. I don't trust any of these other point guards. I don't want Isaiah Thomas or I don't want Steph Curry like jacking up threes. Like, AI, are you kidding me?
Nice. That's it. Like Stockton? What are you talking about, John Stockton? Gary Payton? Oh wait, they're not going to even count. um.
Well, LeBron will be my fourth team.
Probably my fourth team. LeBron's not even my top 10 player of all time.
Sorry, Skip. Not Skip. Shannon Sharp. You know what? I got a little bit of respect for Skip for at least respecting the old guard more. Although the fact that he only puts Wilt at number 10, as my friend Stephen A would say, is blasphemy.
I love how Mad Dog always calls out Stephen A. Smith.
And Stephen A, you better not be late tomorrow morning.
You better be here on time. And then when I'm here, you're here. I love how he rips Stephen A. Smith all the time. He ripped him over his book because he had a book and he had to do all the book tour and all that stuff and promote his book. He ripped him over that. It's like you ripped him for coming in late.
Yeah, like really a book tour? Are you kidding me? That's more important than First Take.
I come here just for you, and you're not even here.
I mean, do I really want to be interrupted by Molly all the time? Do we really need to bring Max Kellerman back and deal with that bum?
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? No. Do we really got to promote Kendrick Perkins? Heck no. Kendrick don't respect the old guard like I do. At least Stephen A got some respect for the old guard.
Yeah, anybody. Only Mad Dog would. Mad Dog would be the only one to do it. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, that was a lot to do.
I'm surprised you didn't lose your voice because Mad Dog yells. Oh my god.
Well, yeah. I need my voice for tomorrow because I got a long day at work. But oh my goodness.
Yeah, you might need to yell at the kids, man. You don't want
Oh my yo! You know what? There's impersonation day coming up.
Oh yes.
Should I come in and say I'm Mad Dog, Mr. Mad Dog George? And just like scream like not in a mean way, but in like such a hyperactive way that it freaks them out.
Yeah.
And be like,
let's
see, and be like
Boomer George.
Be like, always the Super Mario movie, the greatest anime movie of all time. Watch the real movies, kids.
Yeah, you'd be like, stop playing video games. Video games are bad for you, kids. Go outside.
You know, a lot of the older kids, they like anime. I'd be like, you know what? I'm fine with Dragon Ball Z stories. Don't do One Piece or Naruto. It's Dragon Ball you got to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, impersonation day's on Thursday. Tomorrow's Crazy Sock Day.
You just get to impersonate a loud New Yorker. That's all you're gonna do.
Oh my goodness. I really want to hear Mad Dog's top 10 movies of all time, honestly.
It's probably all the movies before 1990. Probably have like Casablanca on there, Citizen Kane.
Casablanca. You know I love old movies.
That
Casablanca ain't even in my like top 15.
That movie made me cry.
No, listen, like if I were to rank like old movies, the greatest old movie of all time is 12 Angry Men. Okay, now I'm sounding like a boomer.
Mad Dog George.
Oh my goodness.
Mad Dog Russo. You know what he should do? Hey, Sonny, get Mad Dog Russo to be the next Jonah Jameson. Spider-Man. Yep.
Oh my Mad Dog in the MCU, he'd be like,
No way is Spider-Man as good as Iron Man and Captain America. Are you kidding me? Listen, Spider-Man, he's a good kid. I don't think he murdered Mysterio. I think Mysterio's a fraud. But to say that he's going to lead the Avengers against the next alien threat, are you kidding me? Listen, JJ's got it wrong about him being a menace, but he ain't no leader. At best, he can lead the junior varsity Avengers.
You like Mad Dog takes calls and Peter Parker calls in. Can you imagine?
and be like,
Why are you bringing the villains to the Statue of Liberty? You could bring them somewhere else.
Why are you bringing him into the city?
or it's like right before Doctor Strange erases his memories. Strange is like Mad Dog calls and be like,
Strange, what are you doing? Are you really gonna make a 17-year-old be on his own with no one remembering him? There's gotta be another solution.
Oh my god.
There gotta be some kind of hidden spell. By the way, you're not even the Supreme Sorcerer anymore. Call Wong.
oh, you know what? Like, I gotta come. Listen, when I do streaming again, I should just come in and start talking like Mad Dog and sing with the chat things, and be like, "This is." You know what? I usually do a rebranding every year. I should rebrand and say this is Mad Dog George.
Mad Dog George.
Wait, I don't want to get copyright from Mad Dog Russo and him be like,
why is this YouTuber stealing my stick? You don't even got 500 subscribers.
I laugh so hard.
Oh my god. Literally, if I talk like this on impersonation thing to the kids will come up be thinking, what the heck has happened to our counselor? All my kindergartners that love me so much are gonna probably be like, what has happened to Mr. George?
Oh my god. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. No, I'm gonna end it anyway. Thank you for coming on. I just, I was gonna end it half an hour ago,
I wasn't gonna come on, but I was like, you know what? I gotta do this just for fun. Like,
yeah.
because,
You're coming back to streaming soon, right?
Yes. I'm actually gonna be doing I think I'm gonna do a stream either Saturday or Sunday. I have it scheduled for Saturday night as just like a chill stream, just to invite people on and just want to talk about any topic, no specific topic. Maybe Mad Dog will come. Well, maybe Mad Dog will appear on there. I mean, we could use a Mad Dog on YouTube nowadays.
Oh, you know what? You should do your movie reviews as a Mad Dog.
Oh my god! You know what? Every time there's a movie that frustrates me, I should just go mad. But then again, listen,
even
because
if you like
the word
it.
mad, in all fairness, I don't want Mad Max thinking I'm copywriting him. I'd be like, Max,
true.
you got, and then I'll be like, Max, watch Mad Dog Russo. First of all, I'm called Mad Dog, not Mad Max or Mad George. I'm Mad Dog George.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I'm not stealing your stick or anything, because you know what? I'm gonna be doing my streams wearing a tie when I'm in Mad Dog mode. I'll be like, Batman and Robin's the worst movie ever.
You should do when you do Blue Beetle. You should do it as Mad Dog.
Yeah, that depends. Listen. If Blue Beetle's good, I will say it's good. But you know what? I'll go Mad Dog on DC for bumbling DC up, even if it's good. Because listen, like DC, they keep screwing up even when they make good movies.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, guys, George is coming back. Just in a week, as you heard.
Hopefully by Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, because I will probably go. There'll be some days I might be going away, but as far as streaming at night and doing content at night again, I'll be back to doing that.
Mad Dog knows sports. Is that he's really what he knows. He's very knowledgeable about history, as you can tell. It's just you ready? As soon as ready, saw me named Screaming Mad George.
Wait, what? There's actually someone called Screaming Mad George?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, there is!
You should get him on air. It's a YouTube channel.
No, it's an actual Japanese special effects artist, film director, and former musician. And like he took the name George to stand out.
Oh my god, there is.
Oh my goodness, I can't even use the name Mad.
Screaming Mad. Why is it? This is a guy. The Wikipedia picture makes him look like a girl. Is this a guy or a female?
It doesn't say it.
He has.
Say.
Oh, he's a guy. Okay. The picture makes him look like a female. Like, oh my god.
Well, I guess when he shaves, I guess, because before I clicked on Wikipedia, there are pictures of him with a beard.
Yeah, but the Wikipedia, yeah.
Oh
God,
my
what are you gonna do now?
Oh my goodness. The Mad Dog George. I'll add the word the.
Yeah, that makes it all better. The.
Or I can always bring back just when I used to be just George, be like just Mad Dog George.
Yeah, just Mad Dog George. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Oh my goodness. Yo,
Batman, the Mad Dog George.
Yo, people at work that watch my channel are gonna be like, "What has happened to him?"
The kids broke you.
If I have a debate, I would love to have a debate with Mad Dog. I would love to listen. I would love to debate him, Skip Bayless.
Oh, Skip Bayless! Oh my god! If you debate Skip Bayless, you gotta it's so hard to keep the urge not to punch him in the face. Like
I tell you, I would lose my patience. Skip Bayless more than a classroom of 200 kids.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever have that, but
Skip Bayless would make you wanna punch him. Like you just know that's a punchable face. Skip Bayless is a punchable face.
he trolls. He's a freaking troll.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So thank you. You plug yourself. Thank you guys. Coming on. Like, share, subscribe to all that.